morning, afternoon, evening, everybody. This is Cameron Walsh with Gernot Friche bringing you Classics Team Championship Lotus 79 action here on iRacing. This week at Suzuka, Week 11, Season 1, 2014, the Sunday 16:30 GMT race. It is going to be a great race, I'm sure, but very loose as we look at the qualification. A 1:48.922 from Matt Pawelski in the Viceroy team car with Nuno Moria following behind with a 1:49.3. Bill Frazier, Sam Doby, Roy Cunningham, and Julian Florett finishing out the next couple of rows. I qualified in 20th out of 27 cars today. Woohoo! Only that won't get me that far. I'm sure Suzuka very loose. We're going to have trouble keeping heat in the car all race long as we're all on grid. It is the two Viceroys on the right, two Williams on our left as they all pull away cleanly, spread out wildly, heading into the turn one corner as no problems so far. Everyone gets into a single file line as there's trouble. There's trouble on the right side. I don't know who that is. Another car goes off in the middle. I believe that's Mark Pickford in the ATS car as he will rejoin with that black car in the back as there's trouble entering the S's. There's trouble entering the S's. I believe Fittipaldi's skull car hit one of that green car in the middle there. The middle of our screen where the giant smoke plume is, as we all go cut through the S's, go up Dunlop corner and into this double left-hander section here as Bill Frazier putting off some smoke from that Viceroy car as he is pushing. Everyone's struggling for grip here at Japan as Sam Doby in fourth position, following the Viceroy of Bill Frazier, following the Williams of Nuno, following the Viceroy of Pawelski. So that's fast cars getting to the front as this is Barry West, I believe, trying to get on Randy Hashi in the McLaren as he'll go to the inside. As they head to the daunted 130R, almost, well, you can take it full throttle if you want. It's really kind of a test of courage every single lap, 26 laps, by the way, here at the overcast, dreary, drab Suzuka. As we all go through lap one, I don't believe any massive incident happened, as Pawelski pulling out a lead over Moria, and then followed still by Frazier, Williams, Arhamaki in the Brabham, the Ferrari of Roy Cunningham, and so on and so forth. I can't keep up because we're all going rather quickly, which is kind of the name of the game, I guess, in a series like this where we race cars around the track. Going fast, I guess, is somewhat important. If I go right, as one of the few laps I finished here this week at Suzuka. We'll look at a replay here from Barry West. He started in 19th position, got a massive start as he always does, got caught up by Mark Dorval as he backs off. He could have easily dove onto the inside of him there, but he decided to keep it nice as he'll end up outbraking Mark Winfield in the shadow car. You can see the actually spin out in front. I still don't know who that was, as Mark Pickford peeled off to the left there. I believe he tried to get under power and skidded around as Barry will enter this S section with an awkward angle. He's got cars on his right. He cannot take the preferred line as he has to let Mark Dorval and Randy Hashi go as we can go back to live pictures here. I believe that's Daniel Banker going wide at 130R as they head into Casino Triangle, too wide on the inside of Julio Cesar Hauer. He will make up a position even though he went wide as they all struggle to get back under power. This is Ardo Hinomaki in the Brabham and Roy Cunningham in the Ferrari. Left 3 out of 26 as they get close, heading to 130R. Somebody's got to back up. Is that all? They make contact. They make contact. The left front wheel of the Brabham makes contact with the side pod of the Ferrari. They are very lucky that at max speed they did not make wheel contact. They both live to fight another day as Winfield will peel himself off as he'll get underway. No problems there. It keeps it out of the dirt, actually. Keeps the car clean as Julio Cesar Hauer, the Scandinavian on Daniel Banker, going on the inside there. I believe he has the position strictly on aero power. Yes, he does. That Brabham working very well for him. At least I think he's in the Brabham. I could be wrong, as the Arrows car of Robert Simpkins will get loose on 130, as Sergio Paramo will narrowly escape going by. He'll get underway. Nope, this isn't at 130. This is at Dunlap. This is at Dunlap corner, as Mark Dorval will have to go on to the left there as he gets underway. No real wheel damage, which, so to speak of, which is very lucky for him. If he does, he's still able to continue, as he will lose a position on Arrow to Barry West. That Arrow's car not in the best of shape. Daniel Banker having spun out a few laps earlier, which we could not bring to you because we're trying to keep this a little short here, as he'll go around Glenn Evans trying to get back, puts him, I believe, right to the end of the field, as this is Gio Arena on Marco Kikia, I believe, but those Brabhams, they're all full of Finnish people, and this is Julius Caesar Hauer, as he will crash right out. There's no way you were able to come back from an incident like that, as Randy Hutchie and Mark Winfield will go around trying to fight for position. I believe Winfield has the power going into turn 1, but turn 1 is very line dependent, as we'll see who gets in it. Hutchie will yield to Winfield, as Winfield makes up the position cleanly. Has a little bit of a bobble coming out of the first corner, as Hutchie will look to counter, coming into the S's here, as what a great panoramic shot here. Following the track, going through, as Hutchie will take the position back, as Ardo Hanamaki and Julien Fleuret, the Frenchman, on the finish, as Fleuret will look to go onto the inside, turning into the outside. No, as Hutchie will miss a shift going into turn 1. Massive slide. Eventually he will loop it around, give the position to Mark Winfield and another car back there. I don't know who that was, but Hutchie will get under power. No damage other than to the ego and the gearbox, as Ardo Hanamaki now will look to defend from Julien Fleuret as they go by that lapped car as if it was standing still, going into the uphill hairpin. This is actually an uphill corner. I don't think people realize that from the actual service, but that is an uphill hairpin, as Sam Doby will go back to the front of the field. Pavelski still in the lead, Maria still in second, as Bill Frazier and Sam Doby look to fight for that final podium position. The Williams versus the Viceroy. You can see some side pod damage from on Frazier's car from curbing, as some more tire smoke as they go around. Daniel Banker yielding to them, but just barely, as Bill Frazier, Roy Cunningham in the Ferrari, will spin, as he will get underway. No damage. Very lucky to keep it out of that wall. Typically, you'll clip that inside curbing, it'll launch you into the air, and you'll skip over the pavement and into that tire barrier, where your day will officially be over. As Mark Dorval in the Ensign car looks to get around Barry West in the Team Terrell UK car, as Glenn Evans has spun out, and he comes across the track, unfortunately out of control of his car. Mark Dorval, with nowhere to go, gets launched into the sand, upside down. I believe the safety crews are going to have to lift that car up off of him so he can get out of there, but thankfully that's all taken care of, as he's okay, I'm sure. Bill Frazier and Sam Doby now fighting for position. Sam Doby going on the outside of the first corner. First turn number 1, Bill Frazier took the defensive line going to the inside, and he gave up that position to an attacking Sam Doby. That Williams spinning out. That Williams spinning out of the hairpin corner. He knows exactly what to do, though. He spins it right around, finishes the donut. Nat Williams is underway, but he loses that position that he worked so far for to get from Bill Frazier, as this is now Marco Kikia, and I believe still Julien Fleuret. No, that's Marco Kikia and Gio Arena, as they will come to blows. Gio Arena now in the Lotus car, as they look to scream away, gotten through the first couple of corners. Later in the lap, tire smoke still coming up. That's just how hard we push these cars. Still struggling to find grip. Lap 20 out of 26, 6 laps to go as Julian Fleuret goes on the inside of Arho Amakai, going into 130R. He will yield. He will end up losing a lot of position. 130R is, you can never really pass on the inside there. It never works. As Joe Arania looking to go on the inside of Marco Kikia. Kikia holding his position very well. Junior Arania coming back inside, but he goes wide. Imaki went wide. That's not Imaki. Kikia went wide as giving the position to Arania as Matt Pavelski in lap 24 out of 26 now, still up ahead. He's got the Senna helmet this week, as going away from the smoke-colored gray and black helmet that he normally has, as lap 25 out of 26, Nuno Maria into D. Williams with a fastest lap of a 149.709, but too little, too late. Matt Pavelski having the more consistent run. Great run, no real troubles, as he's got a little bit of front-end damage, but that's to be expected in this car, as he will win here at Suzuka. Left and right, and we almost hit the wall there, but that's okay. Even if he did, that'd be a-okay. He still crosses the line. In P1, Nuno Maria in that Williams, still struggling to find grip, as he will finish in second at Williams. A little more front-end damage, but a very good run from him. 11 seconds behind Matt Pavelski, and 35 seconds behind Matt is his teammate Bill Frazier, finishing out the Viceroy podium, as Sam Doby will finish in fourth. Arto Imaki and Julian Fleuret, I believe. I don't know if they're still fighting for position. We'll go back into the field to Barry West, Oscar Mangan. Mangan going very wide, kicking up a lot of dirt, but a lot of things can happen on the last lap, as that Tyrrell Team UK car looks to pull away from Mangan, as Mangan goes into the hairpin here, following Barry West, trying to get him under power, but he himself is struggling to get on power, as both cars wiggle just slightly. Each one of those wiggles, the pilots are just barely getting out of the throttle and getting right back into it. That's how aggressive we have to drive these cars. As he goes to the inside, Mangan goes to the inside. Barry West has to go onto the outside. He has to go into the runoff room. He has to go into the outside running room. Will he be able to counter? I don't believe he will, as he won't. No, he will not counter, as we will look at the race results. It is going to be Matt Pavelski, 47 minutes and 56 seconds over Nuno Maria, Bill Frazier, Sam Doby, Arto Imaki, Julian Fleuret, Roy Cunningham, Joe Arania, finishing out the first couple of rows. I totally smashed my car coming out of turn one a couple laps into the race, so finishing 26. That's not that good. But, oh well, that's just how things go. We'll be going to Road America next week. Hopefully I will do much better there. Actually, I'm not going to show up there. As Gernot Fritche still in the lead. I believe his championship is complete. We have one race to go. I don't think he needs to show up. And as he has, I believe, a 100-point lead or so over the number 2. As we'll look at the team's championship, also close, but I believe secure for the Ligier boys, who have been working all year for their championship. Literally right off the bat, that was the goal all season long. So we will see if we can't bring you guys Road America. We will see you guys then, and until then, I'm Cameron Walsh with Gernot Fritche, wishing you happy iRacing.